Hello YouTube, this is collection redo time. I'll be redoing my Embassy, Nelson, and Orion VHS collections because I'm getting enough tapes from either of them to merit a redo. I'll start with my Embassy tapes. The first of them being is a Spinal Tap. Video of the second takes previously unreleased theatrical material, the explicitly familiar Hellhole video is seen on TV, plus Heavy Metal Memories, the unforgettable greatest hits commercial that could not be suppressed. One of the brightest, funniest American parodies to come along since Airplane, since with some cameos in the New York Times. Perfect every detail as a zinger, says Sheila Betts of the Los Angeles Times. Hilarious, witty, mischievous satire, says Giant Maslin of the New York Times. I got this tape off of eBay back in the summer of 2014. One of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time is Roger Ebert of At the Movies. The tribute show from the early 80s Nazi Disney counterpart. There is no printing under the end label, unless otherwise noted. And this tape has no previews at the beginning. But this is one heck of a film. Not just one heck of a comedy film, but one heck of a film in general. Yeah. I Ryan Winter, winner of 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actress for Katharine Hepburn, and Barbra Streisand for another movie, Funny Girl. Yep, they wanted a tie near this case, at the 1969 ceremony. O'Toole scores his strongest bullseye. Miss Hepburn's performance is amazing, says Variety. It's a 1968 Afghan Embassy film. I would give the... I think the original print of it is on magnetic, and I hope we get that particular print in time. I might think about it. That is. There's the end label. No previews at the beginning of this tape either. I heard many good things about it, and in fact it was the founder of Afghan Embassy's favorite film, for what I hear. And the sure thing. At last, there's a movie about teenagers that's fun even if you're way past 21. This is Kevin Thomas of the Los Angeles Times. Got this at the Assistance League back in 2018, yeah. Yeah, I got it last year. The short thing is the light. Don't let anything stop you from seeing this. It's Jay Carr of the Boston Globe. If you enjoy The Breakfast Club and proving the thoughtful film among young people, it can't be a solid movie comedy, says Philip Wunsch of the Dallas Morning News. This is a 1985 cassette of a 1985 film. I think one of the last films to be made by Embassy. This has the sticker up here. Encoded with an anti-copying process macrovision. To ensure best play, your VCR must be directly connected to your TV or monitor. Use of 2 or more VCRs linked together could result in distorted playback. Here's the end label, which is actually printing under it. July 31st, 1985. And this originated from Future Video, a store that was located at 971 Oh Golly Boulevard. I think I got the pronunciation right. in Melbourne, Florida. And next tape is a chorus line, directed by Richard Attenborough. And another of the very last Embassy releases. Last new Embassy releases anyway. It's the best dance film, and for that matter, the best movie musical for years, says Clive Barnes of the New York Post. Exhilarating one of the year's best picture, says Jeffrey Lyons of Sneak Previews and Independent Network News. That's what INN stands for, by the way. And this is another of those tapes from Embassy, one of the only two I have from Embassy that actually have a print date and the end label. Print date is March 27th, 1986. This is a photo from Video Galaxy stores. I don't know how many there were or where they were located. And this has a couple previews on it. One of them is for The Best of Times, and the other one I think is for A Lady. And the sure thing doesn't have any previews at the beginning. And as for the Lion Winter, I got that off of eBay back in July of 2014. And I got the sure thing. And I got the chorus line in an eBay lot in late 2016. The Trip to Bountiful. This is an Island Pictures film. For Joan Page, 1985 Academy Award for Best Actress. I did the opening to this one. The day after I got it at the St. Vincent de Paul thrift store on Stone Avenue. The year's most winning comedy drama, says Vincent Cavill of the New York Times. This is a Nelson Entertainment reprint, but it still has the original opening on it, and it has previews for Labyrinth and Saving Grace. And Saving Grace being the very last movie Embassy ever released in theaters. I got Carl Taste from Embassy Steel with Samuel Goldwyn, Home Entertainment. One of them is The Golden Seal. A lovely poem about learning what's important in life, says Tina Daniel of The Hollywood Reporter. After this, let's see, that's on March 1st. There is no print. I said no print date in the end label unless otherwise noted. And this doesn't have a print date. This doesn't have any previews at the beginning. I got a couple of copies from the classic collection of Wuthering Heights. I got them separately on separate occasions on eBay. This is a copy I got in an eBay lot back in 2016. A cinema achievement, a magnificent film, says New York World Telegraph Sun. This is the copy with a black label on it, black key on it. And this is a copy that I got in either 2017 or 2018, I don't remember. But it has the purple E and the purple FBI line there. The Academy Award-winning masterpiece starring Laurence Olivier and Merle Oberon. 4 stars, highest rating. They rarely make movies this perfect in all departments anymore, since movies on video. I got Whistle Down the Wind with Henry Lee Mills and Alan Bates. Voted one of the top 10 films of the year, 1961, by New York Times National Board Review. Beautifully simple, naturalistic, so many brilliant touches, as Bosley Crowther of the New York Times. From the Janus collection. Something memorably tender and true, says Ivan Butler in his book, 7-Minded Men. I think that's a book. Purchased from Blockbuster, May 7th, 1998. This is a Nelson Entertainment reprint. Got this on eBay Live back in 2016. Bulldog Drummond Escapades double feature. Bulldog Drummond Escapes and Bulldog Drummond Comes Back with Ray Milan and John Barrymore. (1917) is one of the very last Embassy Home Entertainment tapes ever. This could also be told on the UPC code that's on the label, which would become a habit of Nelson, putting the UPC code on the label. Got this on eBay a lot back in 2017. And, Wuthering Heights, Whistle Down the Wind, and this do not have any previews at the beginning. And here are my actual Nelson Entertainment tapes. First one being The Graduate, the movie that became a legend. This is a 1967 Embassy film. Oh, I've been looking for the magnetic videotape of this particular film for years. One of the highest rated, best loved, and most asked for films of all time. A modern comedy classic. This tape has no previews at the beginning. In fact, I don't think any of them do except for one. This is The Princess Bride, anyway, starring not starring Rob Reiner, directed by Rob Reiner. One of the best films he ever made, actually. Listed classic, the Good Time Movie of the Year, is Peter Travers of People magazine, where he worked before going to the Rolling Stone. Released in theaters by 20th Century Fox. Back company's logo has not been on any video release of this movie to date. One of the funniest and most charming comedies I've seen in a long time. Two big thumbs up as Roger Ebert, Siskel and Ebert in the movies. Sterling, very funny and absolute magic. Don't miss this as Joel Siegel of ABC TV. That was the same book at Paul Bookstore back in March 2019, March 1st. And this has side printings. The Nelson tapes I have don't have any previews unless otherwise noted. I got Richard III Classic Collection, starring Sir Laurence Olivier, winner of 3 British Academy Awards, including Best Film. Newly remastered original full-length version from the Janus Collection. The year's most exciting films is Newsweek. I got this album made back in early 2018. Here's the moderns. Paris, 1936. Not 1930. Paris 1926. With forgery, adultery, and deceit, what could be more modern? And this is actually a full cover. You open this one up. You get this thing here. Paris 1926. There was nothing more modern. Here's the back of it. 2 thumbs up. The Moderns has wit and intelligence and styles as Roger Ebert and Siskel and Ebert in the movies. 3.5 stars. The Moderns is entertaining, original, and courageous as V.A. Maslin of the New York Post. This came from the Warehouse. Still haven't figured out whether it has any connection. Still haven't figured out how long that store had been around, or where it was located. But I do know it has no connection with the familiar recording studio of Aerosmith. Print date, November 10th, 1988. I watched that movie sometime. I got that at PDQ Records, I think, in 2016 or 2017. I don't know. We got When Harry Met Sally. Can two friends sleep together and still love each other in the morning? New comedy by Rob Reiner, Billy Crystal, and Matt Ryan. I got this on DVD back in 2017. Wonderful, Romantic, and Funny, says Joel Steele, WABC TV. A Common Valentine to Love and Friendships is Time Magazine. Print date, December 27th, 1990. I know this tape has a preview for sibling rivalry at the beginning. I think is one of only 2 Nelson tapes I have to have actual previews on it. We're gonna get to the other one I have, the next collection. The other Nelson tape I have with previews, that is. And the other collection I'm going to go on for this video is my Orion home video collection. The video arm of the mini major from the 1980s. Here's the Couch Trip with Dan Aykroyd, Walter Matthau, Charles Grodin, and Donna Dixon. I think one of the first Orion tapes ever. A comedy of truly loony proportions. And this is an SLP mode printing of it. Premium. Have a red lid and a red label, as Orion's SLP mode tapes tended to do. We got Dominic and Eugene with Tom Hulce, Ray Liotta, and Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a winner. This movie made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me feel good about people, says Bill Harris and Rex Reed of At the Movies. Again, the 1980s Tribune show, not the Disney counterpart. These do not have birth dates unless otherwise noted. They also do not have leaking year codes. And the first two, anyway, do not have previews on them. I got Boredom, a romantic comedy about America's other favorite pastime, with Kevin Costner and Susan Sarandon. This is a former round from Blockbuster, but of course no purchase date, because Blockbuster dates were not a thing in the late 80s. Let me check to see what previews it has. The only preview on this tape is for an E.T. knockoff by the name of Mac and Me. I'm sure perhaps you're familiar with it. Aim It Out. Got this at PDQ Records back in October 2017. I actually got most of the Orion tapes at PDQ that I have at PDQ Records back in September 2017. Got Boredom at the Say Visit to Pole on March 1st, 2019. And Counter I got, as I said, I got an eBay lot back in 2017. And Aim It Out and this and Dominic and Eugene I got at PDQ Records back in September 2017. 4 stars says 5 people. Mark Clark of USA Today, Mike McGree of Newsday, Jack Garner of Gannett News Service, Bruce Kirkland of the Toronto Sun, and Jim DeBrown of the Cincinnati Reporter. By a total of 5 people gave us 4 stars. Let's stay on the case. And this has a preview for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin and Michael Caine. They're mean, they're nasty, they're no good, and they're awfully funny. I love every minute of it, says Joel Siegel of ABC TV. And it says down here, warning, this is a protected label. A tamper-with customer must purchase this tape. And this tape has a preview for Mississippi Burning with Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe. America's most talked about in the clay motion picture, directed by Alan Parker. This is a very good drama film right here. There are no previews on this tape. I got Heart of Dixie, the old South collided with the new. I got this at Bookman's back in October 2018. And it was actually sealed when I got it. Sealed by the previous owner. This is a former rental from Blue Box Video. 301 East Nash, Louisville, North Carolina. I say former rental because it says please rewind tape on it. And this is a preview for Eric the Viking at the beginning. Gotta say, it looks like a wider side of Mississippi Burning, let's just say. I got a movie I've not seen, but I might. for intriguing reasons one day. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. History is about to be rewritten by two guys who can't spell. I put it in the Orion collection because it uses an Orion stock number and an Orion UPC code string. The movie was also released in theaters by Orion. Totally hot, I staked my life on it, says Joan of Arc Teen Warrior magazine. Pretty sure Nelson made this up on the spot. And this tape has a preview for Prancer at the beginning. And Madhouse. The bad news is you have house guests. There is no good news. This movie stars John Larroquette and Kirstie Alley. This came from Family Video, one of the few rental store chains that's actually still around. And this tape has previews for Navy SEALs and The Last of the Finest at the beginning. We got Cooley High, featuring a dynamic Motown soundtrack. This movie has Glenn Turman, Gareth Morris, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, and Cynthia Davis. A very iconic film in African American culture. Originally released by American International. This is an SLP mode tape of the film. You can pretty much see why without me telling you. Printed on September 8th, 1994. Dances with Wolves, winner of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Screenplay, Best Original Score, Best Sound, and Best Film Editing. There's a card in here. Important, we recommend that only a VCR be used to rewind this videotape. Use of the separate high-speed videotape rewind machines may cause damage to the tape. The office of an email back in July 2017. Print date, August 4th, 1992. Madhouse, actually, the first Orion tape I ever got was Madhouse, and I got it in 2012. And Best Bill and Ted, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in 2014, along with the EP mode tape of Cooley High, I think. I think I might have gotten that in 2015. I got The Silence of the Lambs with Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, and Scott Glenn. Got this particular copy of it at PDQ Records in September 2017, or maybe earlier, I don't know. I also have the MGM Contemporary Classics tape of it. And it's counted by this EP mode tape I have of it. It won the 1991 Academy Award for Best Picture. And it was printed on July 13th, 1994. I got this EP mode tape of, SLP mode tape of The Silence of the Lambs at the Assistance League in early 2015, I think. Little Man Tate here. One of the best films of the year, wonderful, wise and funny, a home run directing debut, says Pat Collins of WOR-TV. Actually, WWOR-TV by that point. And, yep, it's Little Man Tate with Jodie Foster and Diane Wiest, if I didn't say that already. So, 1992 Orion tape. Here comes the Vincent Price collection tape of The Abominable Dr. Fives, with Vincent Price, Joseph Cotton. This is a 1971 American International movie. 9 gruesome curses: bees, bats, beast, blood, hail, frogs, locusts, darkness, death. It's a 1994 tape that is actually recycled from itself. I pulled back another dark sticker label. At one point. And this is I got this tape in 2013 or 14, I'm not sure. But it was put on May 11th, 1994. That is a very long premium list for the Vincent Price collection, which includes theatrical trailers for every movie in it. Well, almost every movie in the Vincent Price collection, anyway. And that is it for my Embassy Nelson and Orion VHS collection. See you later.